Hey everybody, Joe here, and this is 360 Comics. Over the weekend, I attended a comic swap at a local store, and not only did I buy, sell, and trade some awesome comics, but I picked up a Silver Age Grail for my personal collection. We are less than 50 subscribers away from our giveaway goal of 1,500, at which point we'll be giving away this Incredible Hulk 377, the first appearance of Professor Hulk, and you don't want to miss out on that. So make sure you subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up for a like, and leave a comment down below. That'll get you one entry. Check out the rest of our videos from the month of March and any that may come out in April, and you can like those videos and comment on them for an additional entry per video, so maximize your chance of winning by checking out all of our videos. Also, follow us on Instagram and whatnot for weekly sales and daily posting. And this Friday, I'm going to be a guest on Mint Hunter Comics' YouTube channel. He's doing a live claim sale on YouTube. Not just James and myself, but also Nick Barucci from Dynamite Comics will be joining us. It's going to be an awesome time. You don't want to miss out on that. So it's really awesome how this little comic swap actually came to be. A couple months ago, I bought a small collection of duplicates from this guy named Scott. He's a local comic collector, and he works at a vintage toy store in my area called Toy Cantina. I connected on Instagram with him, bought a bunch of books from him, stopped by the store and chatted with him, and he came to me a couple months ago again and said that he wanted to organize a comic swap, a little community meetup for all the people who live in the greater Philadelphia area. And I said, that would be really cool. He talked to the owner of Toy Cantina, who approved the event for a Friday night, basically he just started promoting it, as did I. We talked to our friends and local collectors and stuff, and we got a nice little group of people together on a Friday night. We ordered some pizza and soda. My wife actually made a cake, which was really awesome, and shout out to her. And we got a bunch of people. I'd say over the course of the night, there were probably a dozen to maybe 15. I'm not exactly sure. I didn't get a head count, but there were people in and out of the store throughout the night. Some of them, the majority of them, brought comics to buy, sell, trade. A couple other people probably were more looking for toys because they are a toy store. But the owner and the employee both are comic book collectors, so there's obviously some overlap there. We did some trades, we did some purchases, some sales. I did all three. I bought some books, I sold some books, and I traded some books, which was really awesome. I'm going to show you everything I got at the end, including the big grail that I got that I did not think I would be picking up anytime soon, especially just at a Friday night comic swap. Anyway, we had a really great time, met some people that I had never met before, had some friends there that I've interacted with plenty of times, and a lot of them got to know each other, which was really cool. Friends that I had from different places, a friend that I've had since childhood. We played soccer together, my buddy Alex, my buddy Tony, who I've known for probably 15 years from the local music scene, and then some other people that I've met more recently in the comic book community. We all got together, had a great time. I went live for a little bit on Instagram, if you caught that. We actually even had one person just randomly kind of stumble into the store, not really sure what they were looking at, and she ended up walking away with a free comic book, so that was pretty cool. The owner bought some things, as well as I think one of his friends was in there picking up some cool comic books that he may not have bought otherwise had he not stumbled upon this little swap. Anyway, I'm going to kind of get into what I got. This is going to be a pretty short video, but the first thing that I did when I got there, I made a trade, and I made this trade with James from Mint Hunter Comics. He brought this book especially for me because he knew that not only was I doing a little spec on Paper Girls, because I think it is a really, really great indie property that could be adapted at some point. It's a Brian K. Vaughan property as well, a phenomenal writer, Saga and Why the Last Man. But not only that, my wife loves this run. She has it in trade paperback, and I believe she's read most or all of it. And not only that, but who's going to turn down a 9.8 of issue number 1 of a sweet indie book. So he brought this especially for me, and fortunately, I had a Green Lantern book for him. If you guys follow James at all, you know he's a massive Green Lantern fan. Well, I had Green Lantern 25 from the run from the 2000s, which features the first appearance in cameo of a slew of characters. Larfleeze, the Orange Lantern, the Indigo Lanterns, Atrocitus. I can't even name all of them. Well, guess what? I also had the 1 in 10 variant of that. I actually had 2 copies. So he took a look at them. He picked one out. And the 1 in 10 variant sells for almost $100. Now, James had this with him priced at $95. And I said, you know what? That's a solid price. Why don't we just trade? Why don't we trade the Green Lantern 25 for this book? They're right about the same going rate on eBay. So that was my first trade of the night. Got this awesome slab, really stoked about having it now, and definitely going to be holding on to this one. A really cool display piece as well. This is a Cliff Chang cover and art, and I really like his art style. Very classic comics. It almost reminds me of kind of a more modern version of Archie, which, you know, this story, it's a little bit more adult than that, but nonetheless kind of feels kind of similar. Anyway, awesome pickup, but there was a lot more. Now, one of the great things that James did, if you're watching his videos, he recently got a free collection, and it had a massive amount of this one book, Rise of the Midnight Suns. This is the last book of the Rise run. This is Ghost Rider number 31. It features the first full appearance of the Midnight Suns, and it is polybagged. It is, a nice high-grade copy. Apparently, the guy that gave James this collection was speculating on this book in the 90s, had bought over 150 copies of it, and they had just sat there for years and years and years until they gave this collection to James. Well, guess what? James decided, out of the kindness of his heart, to pass that on to other people. He brought a bunch, just a whole stack of these, and gave one polybagged copy of this book to every person who attended. Even the random person that walked in and was there for 5 minutes, she got a random comic book. So this is a book that people are specking on too. It sells usually for, I think, like $15 or $20, and 9/8 are over $200, I believe. So yeah, big kudos to him for kind of making the swap extra special for everyone and bringing something to give out to everyone who attended. And that was really cool. Anyway, I sold a bunch of stuff, which was really interesting. And the guy was looking through stuff, and he specifically said he saw some Punisher books, and he said, do you maybe have any Punisher magazines? And this was the owner of the store. And I was like, yeah, I actually brought one. I had thrown one in my box last minute because I figured, this might be something cool. I try to bring some interesting pieces. So I brought, regular comics. I brought some graded stuff, some Silver Age. I brought, the Punisher magazine. I brought some Conan the Barbarian magazines as well, which I sold 2 of. And I brought some unique and interesting things that you'll see in future videos of mine as well. So this guy was really, really stoked. Instantly picked up the Punisher magazine. What else did I sell? I sold a bunch of books, mostly kind of like mid-level keys, $20, $30 books, some cheaper ones, $5 books. Mostly the popular titles, ASM, X-Men, things like that. But I did sell those 2 Conan the Barbarian magazines. I also sold a very interesting indie book, a very adult-themed indie book, one that was in a collection that I purchased, which not really my cup of tea, but that went off, and there were some very graphic images in that book that I'm not going to go into it. But anyway, you can message me if you really want to know what book it was. We got down to the end of the night, and I was ready to pick up one more thing. And I was really, the whole night I was looking at this, and everyone was looking at this book because it was the biggest book in the room. It was the highest value book, the most important book in my opinion. And I was, maybe not the highest value because there was a giant size X-Men one, but this book is awesome. Probably one of the oldest books in the room. And I've been looking at it the whole night. And I'm not going to show you it right this second. I'm going to show you a couple things that James from Mint Hunter Comics threw in because we were able to work out a deal for this this Silver Age book. He threw in this first appearance of Tim Drake in his classic Robin costume, and this is the error printing that has 000 instead of 457, which is the issue number on the inside where the copyright information is. It says 000 instead of 457. He threw that in, and he threw this in, a book that I've been looking for a ton recently, Astonishing X-Men #6, first appearance of Abigail Brand, who is rumored to be coming to the MCU in Secret Invasion, and the first mention of the Sword division of S.H.I.E.L.D., another government department, and she's an agent of Sword, so people are speculating. It may be happening. It may not be. Who knows? But nonetheless, a great X-Men key to pick up. So those are the two throw-ins that juiced up the deal a little bit. And I'm going to show you now, guys. I picked up this book, a book that I have wanted for so long. In fact, I just showed off a reprint copy of it in my most recent video from Friday about reprints. There was one in there. And I am so stoked to have the real deal, and I'm going to get this thing nice and slabbed up as soon as possible. Thanks for sticking around in this video to see this beauty. We've got Detective Comics 359, the first appearance of Batgirl Barbara Gordon, the daughter of Commissioner James Gordon. Just an absolute Silver Age grail. This is the Batgirl. This is the one that you want. There have been, numerous Batgirls over the years, Betty Kane, Cassandra Cain, but this is the fan favorite Batgirl, the most in-depth Batgirl, in my opinion, the best Batgirl, in my opinion, and the Batgirl that we are going to get a movie of in the next year or two? I forget the timeline on that, but soon, coming soon. We've seen pictures. I don't think we've seen any video clips or teasers or anything like that, but there have been pictures. We have casting announcements and things like that. I am so stoked about this. The movie coming out, and I'm so stoked to have this Grail. This absolutely one that I've wanted for a long time. You've seen me pick up a lot of Silver Age Batman recently. Not as much Detective Comics. I'm more of a fan of the Batman run than I am the Detective run, but you can't go without having this big of a book, and I am unbelievably happy to have it. In fact, you've seen me in the past couple months, things that I've picked up. If you follow on Instagram and you've watched my YouTube videos, I picked up the first appearance of Cassandra Cain, Betty Kane, and now Barbara Gordon, 3 Batgirls in the last 2 or 3 months. And I'm happy to have all of them. All 3 of those books are getting graded eventually. Just got to find the time to press some things. Maybe that'll be a goal for this week is, now that I'm settled into the new house, start pressing on a daily basis and get some orders out to CGC. Anyway, thank you guys for watching this video. This book means a lot to me. Definitely staying in the personal collection. Not one that's going to be up for sale anytime soon. But definitely check out those sales on Instagram and whatnot, and don't forget Friday. I don't think we set a time yet, but Friday on Mint Hunter Comics YouTube channel, I'm going to be live with him, James, as well as Nick Barucci from Dynamite Comics, president and CEO of the company. He's sure to bring some fire. Don't miss out on that. Also, the day after, King Con. If you're in the area, New York, New Jersey, Pennsylvania, Delaware, whatever, if you can make it to King Con in Iselin, New Jersey on Saturday, March 19th, I will see you there. I'm going to help Bronzeville Comics set up, and then when I'm done with that, I'm going to be doing some of my own shopping around the room, and I'm sure I'm going to help him do some breakdown at the end as well. So I will be there literally all day. Come say hi if you've never met me before, or if you have and you want to chat. Love to meet people from the community. Really, really fun aspect of this hobby. Anyway, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video, and until next time, turn the page, wash your hands.